up on Cartoon Network. Next.
More Annoying Orange.
Later.
A New Man.
Coming up next.
More of the Amazing World of Gumball.
On Cartoon Network.
Coming up next. More Totally Wrong.
Coming up next.
More of Over the Garden Wall.
On Cartoon Network. On Cartoon Network. Next.
More Adventure Time.
Coming up on Cartoon Network. Next.
More of the Flintstones.
Coming up on Cartoon Network. Next.
More Annoying Orange.
Coming up next.
More new Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitzu.
Later.
The Amazing World of Gumball.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next. More of the Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitzu special event. Later. Clarence. On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More regular show.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Ed, and Eddy.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Tom and Jerry tales.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Uncle Grandpa.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network. Next.
More regular show.
Later.
Cartoon Planet.
Coming up next. More Uncle Grandpa. Later. A new Teen Titans Go. On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Teen Titans Go.
Later.
The Amazing World of Gumball.
On Cartoon Network.
Coming up next, more Adventure Time. Later, regular show.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network. Next. More Redekai, Conquer the Kairu. Coming up next.
More of the bestest best friends.
On Cartoon Network's 20th birthday party. Coming up next.
More Clarence.
Later.
Teen Titans Go.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Johnny Test.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Teen Titans Go.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network. Next.
More New Level Up.
Later.
Adventure Time.
Coming up next.
More Clarence.
Later.
New Steven Universe.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network. Next.
More regular show.
Coming up next.
More of the Powerpuff Girls.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Teen Titans Go.
Later.
A new The Amazing World of Gumball.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Total Drama Island.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network.
More Johnny Test.
Coming up on Cartoon Network. Next.
More Mad.
Coming up next.
More Adventure Time.
On Cartoon Network.
Coming up next. More Teen Titans Go.
Later.
Regular show.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More of the Amazing World of Gumball.
Later.
Adventure Time.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Teen Titans Go.
Later.
Clarence.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Uncle Grandpa.
Later.
Clarence.
On Cartoon Network.
Coming up next. More Teen Titans Go. Later. The Amazing World of Gumball.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network.
More Ed, and Eddy.
Coming up next.
More of the Amazing World of Gumball.
Later.
Regular show.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More of the Amazing World of Gumball.
Later.
Adventure Time.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next.
More Steven Universe.
Later.
Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitzu.
On Cartoon Network. Coming up next,
More Teen Titans Go!
later
Clarence!
on Cartoon Network. Coming up next
More What's New, Scooby-Doo!
on Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network.
More The Looney Tunes Show!
Coming up next
More of the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack!
on Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network.
More Chowder!
Coming up on Cartoon Network.
More Regular Show!
Coming up next, more Teen Titans Go!
Later
Clarence!
on Cartoon Network.
Coming up next, more Teen Titans Go!
Later
A new Steven Universe!
on Cartoon Network. Coming up next
More Steven Universe!
on Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network. Next,
More Johnny Test!
coming up next,
More Adventure Time!
later
A new regular show!
on Cartoon Network. Coming up next
More The Amazing World of Gumball!
on Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network. Next,
More Regular Show!
coming up next
More Clarence!
on Cartoon Network. Coming up next
More Teen Titans Go!
on Cartoon Network. Coming up on Cartoon Network.
More Codename Kids Next Door!
Coming up next
More Teen Titans Go!
on Cartoon Network.
Shawty going out on the team. 3,500 for D. Said play. I got your hoe on the leash. All on her knees, ready to preach. Sucking my dick like a leech.